Hello friends, and welcome back to my crafty space. My name is Crystal, and in today's video I am going to be giving you guys a flip through of all of my foundation pages for my December daily 2020. So I am a 2-album girl, so first of all I will have 2 separate sections of this album to show you guys. Let me just set that over here to the side. And I am a big fan of foundation pages. My personal method of going about my December daily is to prep almost my entire album before the month of December starts, so that when December comes around, I can go ahead and just put in my photos, add in my stories, and lightly embellish or make choices of the embellishments that I want to use on those particular pages. So just know that ahead of time, that most of my album is ready to just go ahead and put those things in it, which means that a lot of my design choices have already been made ahead of time. My way is not everybody's way, and I know that. That's totally fine with me. This is just one way that you can go about doing December daily if it's something that works for you. So for today, we are going to go ahead, flip through my 2 albums. I've got my other one right here. So they are both chunky. They are chunky beasts that we will go ahead and get through here. And if nothing else, maybe this will give you some ideas for stories that you could add to your December daily this year, and or designs that you might want to use in your album as you are working through your stories this December. So let's go ahead and jump in. So this is my first album, my first of 2 that I will have this year. I do think I may possibly add some kind of laminate, what's the thing I'm looking for? Not vellum. I cannot think of what that is called right now. Vinyl, there we go, sticker vinyl. I'm thinking I may cut out a quote out of vinyl and stick it here on my inside cover. I did something like that last year and I really liked it. I just haven't gone about doing that quite yet. For my title page and my reason why were both pages that I have process videos for, but those are inside of the Product Play 4 class through Ali Edwards. So if you would like to see how I did my title page and my reason why page, you can definitely check it out inside of that class. So I used some of the older wood veneer numbers from Ali Edwards. These were from last year, in addition to some other bits and pieces here and a transparency that came in a transparency pack this year through Ali Edwards December Daily Products as well. So that serves as my intro here. And then I've got my reason why. This was a page that I made using stamping and triangles, and it swivels to the side to reveal my reason why for this year, which I will read to you guys. I have a couple of things that I want to do for December 1st before we get into the actual daily stories. So part of that is I will read the reason why to you in that video. Then we're going to get straight into the days of the month. So this is going to be day 1. My plan for day 1 is to document a date night that Aaron, my husband, and I are going to have. Every Tuesday in the month of December, I have some kind of December themed date night planned for us. And the first one is going to be a Hallmark date night, which means that we are going to do all of the things that would traditionally be done in one of those Hallmark Christmas movies. So my plan is to put a full page photo on the left side of the page. I did pick out, I like this piece of ephemera. All of the pieces that I used here are from Feed Your Craft. This was one of my creative team projects that I had done in the month of November. So I really liked this this ephemera piece right here to add possibly to the photo. I'll probably put another photo here, fill in some of the journaling cards here, and then I made this part flip up. Right now it's not attached to anything, but once I figure out what I want to put in here, I will. So I'm either going to put my photo up here and attach it to the journaling card down here. The journaling card I will run through my printer in order to get my text onto that. And then, I'll put the photo on the top portion of the flip up. Alternatively, I could put this on the top and put my photo down here. It just kind of depends what I want to do for the month. But I do know that this is what I want to be on the top. So that's why I did go ahead and do it that way. For day 2, I'm going to document the story of getting our Christmas tree, which we actually did today. And today is November, what is today? November 28th. So this is a story that happens from before December, but it is something that is very December themed. And so I like to add it into my December daily album. So this is day 2 story. I will add some text here. I will add a photo down in here. I also pulled out these chipboard pieces that say love this tradition to add to the photo possibly. This was another project from my product play class. It is a tree that pulls out. I have a photo of pine needles in here, and then I can use this bottom portion as another area to add some journaling to if I want, if I have more to say. And then it all folds up back underneath that triangle. And then underneath this, I will have a full page photo of us getting our tree. Also, the back side of my triangle tree here does, let me fix this real quick. It does allow for some more space for journaling. So I might also add some journaling to the back of this tree or this triangle. So that is going to be day 2. For day 3, we are going to be writing our letters to Santa. Again, these are all materials that I used from the Feature Craft Kit. I should say that the tree story all came from Allie Edwards. So these were all Allie Edwards products from 2020. So this page is our letters to Santa. I have already written my letter to Santa. I'm going to have my husband write one too, and ours will go into the pockets right here. And then I created this Santa shaker guy out of a digital stamp file. Inside of this bag is where I will put the letters that my children write to Santa, just so we can hold on to those for future references. And then I'm going to add a photo to the back of the bag, probably a 4x8, because that will fit nicely here. A photo here as well, and then I have a little bit of extra space to add some journaling from the day itself. So that will be that. For day 4, I'm going to document our new ornaments that we will be getting this year. This was another project from the Product Play class, Product Play 4 with Allie Edwards. My theme was triangles, so that's why a lot of my projects include triangles in them. So for this one, I have these 2 templates right here that I will use to trim out my photos. And then my photos are going to go inside of these stars, and they will swivel to the side, and I will add my journaling for why we picked those photos this year, or those ornaments this year. And then, you know, they'll just have some hidden journaling in here to reveal what those particular ornaments were for. So I've got 4 spaces because there are 4 of us that will be getting those ornaments this year. And then I can add another photo in this spot. I have this, these traditions have my heart, the good stuff. And then here's the story where I can add more journaling here as well for the actual day that we do this, or I could add a photo and a little bit of journaling. So we'll just see what happens when the day comes. For day 5, now here's an example. When I do my foundation pages, I do not adhere them back to back. So these will essentially go back to back, but just in case I decide to move anything around, I didn't want to do that quite yet. So for this page, I wanted to do one of the techniques that Allie showed in the Product Play class this year and use texture paste to create like a frosting circle. I added the tree in here, a star, and then I put believe in the magic. So this is just going to get adhered down. I may potentially stitch it. I'm not sure because of the backs. I probably won't actually. I'll just tape it all down together. But I like the way that this looks on this red and white plaid. The red and white plaid paper with the star paper on the back did come from the Crate Paper collection this year, Hey Santa. And just as a heads up, when you do the texture paste, it does warp a little bit of the back side. And I put that in here a little bit too early and warped even this page a little bit, but I don't think you can notice it as much here. So once they're adhered down, I don't think it'll be that big of a deal. So I'm not redoing the star page. It's staying the way that it is. So this goes here. And then a lot of when I don't know exactly what I want to use, I will often like throw all the supplies in a pocket of some sort and use it that way. So my plan is to have this craft tag in here as a place to, sorry about that, to add my journaling. So I've got this 3x8 card that I pulled. I have the 3x8 journaling cards and transparencies from the 2020 kit, or 2020 supplies from December daily 2020 supplies from Allie Edwards is what I'm trying to say there. So that is going to go in here as a place for me to add journaling. I may potentially corner this off and add a punch for some ribbon to make this into a tag. And then I also have this joyful card that I really loved, and it's got these 4 areas on the back. So I could totally add more journaling here, and I thought that that slipped in here really nice as well. I liked the black and the red contrast there. So that's going to be that side. I will likely put a picture here. And then this was another product idea or design idea from Allie from her, from the product plate class. So for this one, I took an acrylic piece. This came from Colorcast Designs, says Red Cup Love. I adhered it to only one side so that when this opens, the title remains adhered to the one side and you can actually open the windows. So I will put a picture back here. Day 5 is going to document our new Christmas mugs, or if we don't do Christmas mugs, we are going to be doing a hot chocolate bar on the 5th with the kids. So this is going to be all about our hot chocolate bar and all the goodies that come with that. So these pieces or these strings just go back through this tiny hole over here, which is probably going to be difficult. So I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'll come back and do that later. But I also have pulled out 2 5s. So the wood veneer 5 comes from Colorcast Designs. And then this one, which is just a see-through piece, was actually a punched out portion from the Week in the Life kit. That was the 2018 Week in the Life kit, right? No, 2019 Week in the Life kit. So I figured if I had a picture that the 5 might show up really well on the picture instead of the wood veneer. But either way, I'm probably going to put my number on the picture underneath the windows here, up in that corner is what I'm thinking, so that when this is closed, you can still see that it is the 5th day. So I just kind of shoved those in here for now, and when we get to day 5, I'll make that decision at that point. Okay, so we'll flip this over. I'll come back and fix that later. This is another example where these 2 pages will be adhered back to back, but for now we're just going to keep it where we're at. Also, they don't perfectly line up, so I will probably add another bit of washi tape right here, maybe some more of this black and white, so that it's black and white with a strip of red down the middle. That's most likely what I'm going to do there. Okay, so this one, let me take this out so you can see the full spread here. So this was a couple of scrap lifts. First, this page over here, this fa la 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 la, came from Lisa Varshine, her product play lesson, which was the texture lesson in product play 4. So I will add a photo here or potentially some journaling, but I'm most likely thinking it's going to be a photo. This spread is going to document our Hallmark movie marathon. Every year, my mom, my sister, and I watch Hallmark movies together. I had purchased this acrylic piece, again, from Colorcast Designs that says Hallmark Movie Lover. I'm thinking I'm going to put it right here on top of whatever picture, which, yes, that's a little bit busy, but I think it'll be okay. And it's possible this year that we're going to have to watch these movies virtually together, so that could also make things really interesting. On the right side of the page, I made this window, I made this window page. Now this is from Tashiana Gordon's lesson. She did a transparency lesson in Product Play 4 this year. So I did this, and my idea is to put 3 pictures of the movies that we watched. So these will be like the covers of the movies, and then I will add journaling on this side. So when you slide the picture, or like the template in here, you'll get the 3 pictures and then journaling on the side for probably like how I felt about each of the movies. That's probably what's going to go here. Then I've got a little packet of supplies here. I'm going to put this one out here because this is the one I'm leaning towards. I really like this number 6 because it piggybacks off of the red on this side. And then I also pulled out a couple of the acetate circles. I really like this one with this 'Tis the Season. So this could potentially end up being really busy, and I might have to like eliminate some of the things. We'll see as the day comes. What I could probably keep in mind is on this side to try and take a photo that's got a lot of white space, because that would really help to make it not so busy, or black and white. I might do a black and white photo and then have my pieces over here with the movie titles. And then I think that would probably tone it down a little bit and make it so I can still use all the pieces that I want to use. So that is this one. And this is kind of, you know, this is just what I do, because I also like this 6 that I have here. This was from Betsy. I like the red one so much better. So that's probably what I'm going to do. But this one is from Felicity Jane, which she might still have it, or the store might still have that particular 6 along with the other numbers in their clearance section. So if you're interested in finding some fun numbers, check that out for sure. Okay, so we'll put all those pieces back in there, and then this this gets me set up so that when the month hits, I've kind of got my decisions made for me. I just need to decide between 1 or 2 things. Okay, so then we're going to flip over to the back. Again, we are not adhered yet, especially this page, because this I will have to disassemble, add a photo to, and reassemble. This is the one that I just shared this past Saturday. This is going to document our home decor for the Christmas season. I've got an interactive circle reveal page, so this slides out from behind the page here. This will have a chipboard piece. Actually, let me grab this out as well. So see, again, here's a packet of supplies so that when I get to this day, I already know what I'm looking for. So I have this remembering chipboard piece that I will put on there as the thing to pull it in and out. But this is going to be a photo of our tree skirt, which I am super looking forward to. And then we'll stick that back in. So it'll be easier once I get this on here to move it around with. I will potentially add some journaling on this circle. I may or may not. I may not add journaling at all to that. We'll see, because I kind of like the way that it looks, especially if we get, you know, our chipboard on there. I think it kind of looks nice, but if I feel like it, I might add some journaling there. Then I've got this middle piece here. Every time or every year in my home decor page, I always add some kind of shape. The first year I did December Daily, I did a circle. So it was a half circle, and it opened to a full circle and then closed to a half circle, which was totally inspired by Amy Jo Vanderbrink, who it has awesome December Daily designs. I can't wait to see what she does this year. The second year I did December Daily, I turned it into a hexagon. So we had a hexagon shape in the middle, and it opened to a full hexagon and closed to a half. This year, because the theme is triangles, I wanted to do a triangle. So on the one side, I've got some pattern paper here. I will add the 7 here on top of that pattern paper. And then I've got a few templates here, one that I will add journaling to, and so my journaling will go up at the top, and one that's going to be my photo, which will go down at the bottom. So these I will use as templates to help me cut out my photos. Then when it opens, it will be a full picture of our Christmas tree. That is my plan for right here. Then it will close. We've got another pattern paper here. I may add some kind of embellishment. We'll see. And then I've got that journaling and the photo section again. And then this will line up with a scrap lifted page from Allie Edwards. This was, again, in the product play class, and I believe it was her transparencies lesson. So my plan for this, I added my acetate circles, or my transparency circles here. I've got this wreath up here that I just added a piece to already and stitched it on. I will fill out my journaling card on the computer, print it off, add that on here, and then I will finish stitching that on. So that is how this page will be completed. So I'm really excited to do this page. I think it's going to be really fun, and just, you know, getting some detail shots of our home decor in here. And yeah, I'm excited for it. So that is this page. Let's put all this stuff back in, and we will put it back where it goes. Okay, so that is that. I will say that the Around Here title came from the prep day or the prep party from Allie Edwards. It was a digital file that we received from that. And then all of the papers that you see here are all from the Paper Person black and white collection, except for the transparency circles and the chipboard piece are from Allie Edwards, and then that acrylic number is Colorcast Designs. When we flip it over to the back side, we're going to be on day 8. Now, when I get that other 4x6 down here, not 4x6, 3x4 is what I'm looking for. Hopefully you guys can see this. When I get this down here, my plan is to put a full photo over top of it. So this will be a photo. I'm not sure if I'm going to do anything to the back side. I might just leave that as is. And then on day 8, I'm going to be recording a story about hope. So this is again going to be a date night with us. We're going to take some, I believe we're going to be taking family pictures this day, or like date pictures with me and Erin. So my plan is to put a picture of us on the left side, and then inside of this pocket, this was a page that I put together for what's it called, for the prep party, and gave the digital files to you guys for both a 6x8 and a 3x8 album. So you can totally make something just like this. It's a fringed page. So inside of it, I have a journaling page. This says nothing. It is gibberish, but I'm going to reprint this with my actual journaling. And then the back side is an old photo, but my plan is to do a new photo of us, whatever my favorite one is that we take together. And then that will go inside of this little pocket here. And that'll be day 8 story. So lots of room for journaling on day 8. Okay, so again, we are not adhered down. This was another page that I put together for the prep party. This is all about wrapping paper, and it's interactive. So right here, and this I did based on last year. So I have this piece over here prepared and ready to go for this year, where I will reassemble this exact same page all over again. This one I had just done as an example for the class itself. So I have 4 windows that each show a sample of our wrapping paper from the year. And then when you pull up on the interactive piece, it then shows 4 presents wrapped in those particular papers. So that is what I'm planning to do with this page. I just need to redo it with this year's wrapping papers, and then once I get, come on, there we go. Then once I get the gifts wrapped, then I can complete this page. And then I've got this area down here for a photo and a spot for journaling at the top. So that is going to be my page for wrapping paper, and it is going to butt up to the back side of this page. So I'm planning to put probably a large photo of the paper rolls on this side. That's kind of what I'm thinking at this point. And I also need a place for the number. So I'll probably put my number, because this is day 9, I'll put the number here on top of this picture, or I might put it down here on top of whatever picture I choose to go down at the bottom. So that will be that. Next we have day 10. So day 10 is a scrap lift off of Allie's class. She did a page that was just one section over here where there are 8 rectangles. I have them where I can just lightly see an outline so I know where to put everything. I stamped loving 10 because this is going to be a story about 10 things that I am loving right now. Then I did just like she did, and I created these rectangle pieces that have different embellishments on them. And I used the chipboard pieces 1 through 10 that came in the main kit to create my my numbers, you know, number 1, number 2, number 3, whatever. So they are going to go all from this side all the way to you know, the whole spread, basically. So we're going to have 1 through 5 and then 6 through 10. My goal is to actually take a piece of plain white cardstock, and on the top to add journaling to it, and on the bottom for that to be a photo. So my idea is that these are actually going to flip up to reveal journaling and a photo of that thing that I am loving. So that is why these are not currently adhered, because I don't want to do that until I'm ready to tell this particular story. So these just all are going in their baggies and waiting until we get to day 10 to finish assembling this project. So the other thing I did with this spread is I added a bunch of different textures here to the side. I've got little pom-pom trim, I've got a ribbon, and then I've got some of those brown craft tiny phrase stickers, tiny phrases. I added the 10 wood veneer number from Colorcast Designs, and then I stamped using the stamp set from Allie, the word loving, and I just used a dark green and a light green with some chipboard underneath. So that is day 10. Day 11 is going to be about going on a scavenger hunt looking for Christmas lights. So every year we do a scavenger hunt. This year we're going to look for Christmas lights. And what I did is I had seen a picture of one of Allie's older product play classes where she made this tree pocket, and I totally wanted to do the same thing. So I scrap lifted that as best I could, added a bunch of trees with different textures, and I have this acrylic piece that says Twinkling Lights from Colorcast Design. So I added that on here because that's what we're going to be looking for, is twinkling lights. I've got some journaling cards in the back where I can add some photos or some journaling here. And then I've got one other journaling card that I will be printing that's our actual finds. This is the second year I'll be making the card for everybody, but our third year doing this. We typically do scavenger hunts in the mall, but this year, because things are the way they are, we are going to look for Christmas lights instead. On the right hand side, I've got this tag here from the main kit with this merry and bright wood veneer piece that came from Colorcast Designs. And then I've got this awesome like velvet ribbon that came from Tim Holtz. It was part of his Christmas release. So what you'll be able to do is untie the bow and the tag book will come off. And then because we are going to be finding 12 things, I will take photos of each thing that we find and add 2 photos to each tag. So we have the first 6 on that side and the second 6 on this side. So that is kind of my way of documenting our finds for the year. And then this just goes back inside of the hole. I'm trying to do this without getting my head totally in the way for you guys, and ties right back on. So it's a fun way to add the photos. I'll have to come back and fix my bow here, but actually that's not too bad. It's a fun way of documenting, this tradition that we have every year in a new way. Typically I do the 2x2 pockets of all of our photos. So I'm excited to do something a little bit different this year and use the tag book instead. So I guess that's going to be good enough for now. So there we go. There is my tag book, which is really fun. And I also did this. There was a transparency that came in the December daily kit, and it had that copper, like lines of copper, but on the back side it was silver. So I turned it over on the back and I stitched it down onto a piece of cardstock and went with it like that. So that is how we got the silver, and I stitched it with green to help tie everything in. So that is going to be that day. The last day for this particular book is my advent calendar. So this again was another project I did for the product play class for product play 4 for Allie Edwards this year. And what I wanted to do was to make an interactive page where I could put images of the things that we receive in our Advents. Erin and I are both doing a 12-day Advent, which makes it very serendipitous to put it on the 12th of the month. And what this will do is you'll be able to open up the triangles here to go into the diamond, and then this will be a photo. So I will adhere these photos on the inside. I have one here just as an example. So there is like a snowman craft that we did last year, but that will be an image of something from the Advent. So for this particular one, I will have 12. So this side has 12 and this side has 12. So I will put mine on this side and Erin's on the other side. Then I've got this number thing here, and on the back is a little tag book to put some journaling. I may or may not want to add some more to this. We'll see how things go when we get to the day and we want to document it. So that is day 12. And then to finish out the album, because I feel weird ending it without anything, I stamped out a quote from the from Christmas Vacation. So this is a Clark Griswold quote that says we're going to have the happiest Christmas. Which is very like tongue-in-cheek, and I love it. So I stamped this with red and pink and hand stitched around it in green and then called that good. So that is the first part of my 2020 album. I'm thinking because these videos are going to be so long, because there's a lot of explaining that I have to do, that I'm going to film 2 separate videos for them. So so this is going to be the end of the foundation pages part 1, and I will have a second video that is going to go up today. So you'll be able to see all of it today if you want to. There will be a second video that will go up today in order to see the whole thing. So I hope that you enjoyed seeing the first half of my album's foundation pages. If you did, I would love a thumbs up down below. Tell me in the comments also what your favorite page was from this first half of December. And make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can see all of my future crafty videos. I will see you guys in part 2. And if you decide to skip that, then I will catch you guys in the next video when December starts. So you guys have a wonderful day. Bye now.